Alright, how you doing, all you beautiful sons of bitches? It's your boy Backseat here, and we got the boys John and Zephyr, and we are back to this time to rant on Script Troopers' horrendous sequel trilogy rewrite. But before we do, something interesting happened in the comments section of one of our old streams. You guys ready to look at this shit?
Sure.
Yep. Alright, so we got this asshole. So this was the second time, this was the part 2 of the Birdman stream where we looked at his response to Kino, right? So we got Jacob in there. Thanks, by the way, Jacob, for that. Then we got this guy, Flame on F. So if you guys don't know, he says, so it's okay for the drinker to have an opinion on the Predator movies without knowing the books and comics, yet he says Andor is good, and that doesn't apply. Doesn't make a lick of sense, right? So then I chime in, I say, yes, it does, because Star Wars puts more emphasis on its non-movie projects than the Predator series. Star Wars tells a layered, interconnected, multi-generational story across many different casts of characters and time periods. Predator opts to tell individual standalone stories that don't require prior knowledge of previous stories. And you guys know that's correct, right?
Yeah, I never knew about Predator supplementary stuff other than the AVP stuff until very recently.
All I know about, I guess, extended stuff with the Predator universe is that it's connected to the Alien universe.
Right. So then he said, you literally don't need the Star Wars EU to enjoy a TV show or movie. And I say, yes, you do, as it all feeds into each other. You certainly get more out of both if you do, but it's not required. Well, it kind of is, though. Star Wars is designed to be read, watched, and played in chronological order. Well, just because the EU exists doesn't mean it's meant to be viewed that way. The movies were the most important thing. You could watch the movies and read absolutely nothing and still love the story. The EU exists for those interested in more. And then I say, well, not really, because as I said, Star Wars is supposed to be a grander narrative by design, and how that grander narrative is told is by engaging more with the EU. I even remember an episode of Open Bar where Drinker knew the EU books and comics existed, yet he didn't engage with them because they were books and comics. I was disgusted. And I said that, I think I told that story once on the show before, but anyways. Knowing them, but not engaging with them is completely fine. The EU isn't needed to enjoy the movies. If you literally cannot enjoy the movies without the EU, then Star Wars isn't a good franchise. You can definitely say it helps and makes the experience better, but it's not needed, and one's opinion is just as valid as those who've read the EU. But it is a good franchise, as the stories are all very high quality, and it makes sure that all the stories contribute to the wider narrative as opposed to being filler content, like, you know, Andor. And it's good from a business standpoint, as it makes the customer check out multiple stories and mediums they otherwise would not have. Also, no, the more you've engaged with a franchise and its expanded material, the more valuable your opinion on said franchise is. Well, the point is, it's not a requirement to enjoy yourself or have a valid opinion. Drinker's opinion on Badlands is valid despite never reading any of the books or comics in the franchise. Save for Star Wars. Just because you like the EU and think it's valid doesn't mean that those who haven't no longer have an opinion worth listening to. Andor is good, devoid of the knowledge of the EU, but that opinion isn't allowed even though it's just as valid. Except, as I've already pointed out, Predator, nor its sibling franchise Alien, aim to have a larger cross-medium narrative, and every installment is more or less standalone. Also, no, Andor is not good, as I have numerous videos and streams on my channel proving how it isn't. So he says Andor is good, especially without the EU, and then I say no, check out all the other stuff. And then he says, oh, I actually have checked it all out. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, if you think it's that good, like, we're more than willing to invite you on to have a debate with us. Like, John's seen both seasons. John and I will debate with you, right, John? Well, then, but then, fucking thing is, hang on, where is it? I'm Zuma fan, stupid. So Zuma had to make an entirely new account just to vent this at me again. And he couldn't even stick to it because he had to reveal it's him in the first place. Fucking pathetic retard.
Oh.
Hail, Jacob. Anyways, so I invite him to join the stream as we were streaming that day. And then he's like, you didn't debunk any of my points, actually. And then I say, oh, way to go, keep coping, bro. And then, it just evolves into this shit. He just wants the last fucking word. And yeah, Zuma's just being a little bitch. But that's just the latest report on Zuma fan there. Oh, anyways, that final words on that, John, before we jump into today's video.
I mean, I think you're fine speaking on stuff if you haven't read the EU. You just need to like speak on what you know and like come in with a certain degree of humility of like, for instance, like, oh, I don't think like Wedge is a good, I think like Wedge is a shallow character. But then again, I've only seen the movies, so maybe he's greatly expanded upon in the EU or something. Because I know that's one character who's gotten trash in the past from people who haven't read it. And like, I haven't read his specific books, so I'm not going to trash on him because I know that there's a lot more out there.
Right.
And so it's just like, I don't know, it's a weird line because it's like, yeah, you can speak on the movies fine. The movies are like, they're good without it. Like, obviously everybody started with those, or at least one of them before they read anything and liked it, if they were interested enough to read then subsequently. But it's like, you should also show a little reverence to people who do know all of it and like trust their word a little more. I'm going to trust their word more than yours if you haven't read any EU.
Right.
Like, I trust Purist over myself because I know he's read a lot more than I have.
Zaffer, final thoughts on this before we get today's video?
Mostly everything that John said about the EU. Definitely you need to know a lot of EU knowledge when it comes to judging certain characters and things of that nature.
Right.
From what I understand, and what I've seen, Andor isn't a bad show. It's just an awful Star Wars show because of the themes and the plot doesn't really match with what was consistently shown throughout Star Wars. And none of Andor's choices really even mattered, and it put a bit of a dent in the entire canon as well because things got retconned. Things are being constantly retconned in the Disney canon, but that's a conversation for a different time, and the EU just overall did everything better in terms of that.
Hey, this is one instance where I'll say that I'm happy that I don't know more about at least this area of the EU, other than games, I guess. But I can say Andor is bad on its own. I judged it purely as a show without it contradicting anything that I knew, and I still found copious flaws in it. I think people are a little bit enamored with it just because of the cheerleader effect, where it's like surrounded by so much ugly shit that it's like, oh, well, yeah, it does this, this, and this, but that's all fine because it's not like as bad as all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, you've been fed shit for 10 years. If you get a slightly less corny shit, then it'll for sure taste good, I'm sure, except it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's that sort of effect. It's the great beneficiary of. I know people think that it's judged harshly because of all the shit around it. I think it's judged more kindly because of it.
Yeah. Well, for some fucking reason, I'm having trouble finding the damn shit we were looking for. But so, hang on, I'm gonna have to change the fucking title of the stream because thankfully I came equipped with a backup right here.
Script Trooper.
Yeah, I can't find his fucking rewrites. He must have fucking deleted them or some shit. But anyways, also, hail Evan, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good myself.
Yeah.
Just finally returned home, and as I was getting my computer assembled and getting settled down, I overheard John talking about eating human excrements.
Yeah. He's talking about my shit comparison with Andor.
Why is it that every time I lend the ear back to the conversation, I always overhear the most vile moments?
Well, Evan, this just shows how taking out of context clips can make a conversation sound completely different, as you're often a sufferer of that.
Yeah, that is very true.
The song like, dude, that's all that ever happens to me.
Oh, well, anyways, guys, let's get a load of this. So Cosmonaut over here is gonna try and review the prequels. Are we all hyped for this bullshit?
Cosmonaut.
I was very eager to hear how Script Trooper was gonna write the sequels, but
we're gonna
what those videos were called at all, Backseater?
I do not know. I just saw them on Melvin's stream. That it was a members only stream. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great content for Backseat. I didn't want to watch anymore because I wanted because I like to go into like my videos like blind to get fresh reactions from them. I didn't want to witness anymore, but holy hell, they were horribly edited, horrible special effects in them. They were genuinely terrible cuts. But anyways, guys, so at least we have this alternative. So Cosmonaut Variety's our review of the prequels. Are we all hyped and ready and shit?
Yay.
Let's go, lesbians.
Let's go, lesbians, yeah. Hey, let me go to chat. Jacob says, oh my god, there was a lot of woke shit in my class. Hey, Jacob, why do you go to school there if there's all those woke people there? What the hell, man? One of them was comparing a show set in the 80s to Trump America, and a woman behind me got pissed. What?
I mean, Reagan is compared to Trump a lot, so...
Yeah.
He said, make America great again, too. They're totally the same, because it's not totally a generic catchphrase.
I totally get her. Such comparisons piss me off as well, although I was able to develop a small bit of emotional immunity, such cringe. Unless, of course, it's in my area of interest, like archetypes. Yeah, anyways.
Star Wars The Phantom Menace was the most disappointing thing since my son.
Oh, I wonder where he got that joke from, you guys. Oh.
Yes, before I start this breakdown, I have to address the big red letter in the room. The Mr. Plinkett reviews by Red Letter Media are probably the best analysis of the Star Wars prequels on the internet.
Incorrect from a fucking country mile.
They're like mostly humor. They're not even an analysis.
Yeah.
And they were also extremely biased as well. Remember the part where he interviewed his friends about...
yeah.
Yeah.
Because nothing says unbiased reporting like interviewing your friends. Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, they are incredibly in-depth. These movies have been around for a while, and there's almost nothing I can say that hasn't already been said by
then why are you saying shit about them right now?
someone. But you guys have been demanding that I review these movies for years now, and I do have a lot to say. So I'm just going to go in with a clear mind and put the good old Cosmonaut spin on things.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry, Dennis. I'm giving Dennis the worst birthday present right now. Oh, kill me.
Because I do not like these movies.
Alright, cool, bro. Don't fucking watch them then, bro. Like, seriously. Like, what? Like, come on, bro.
I barely even like them, ironically. These movies are not a guilty pleasure for me. Because when I watch them, I feel no...
I mean, come on, man.
Even people who hate them, I feel like can laugh at them. Come on.
pleasure. Only guilt. Like I said in the last video, you have to be brainwashed into liking these movies.
The brainwashing.
Cosmonaut would probably look at one issue of Star Wars Republic and his head would explode.
Yeah.
I know this because I was brainwashed. They came out with these boring-ass movies with a racist Jamaican caricature alien, and they sold
of course
us toys and video
Did you think
games.
he was
and
racist before somebody else told you he was racist?
Yeah.
Because I never heard that shit until, like, a bunch of freaking idiots online were like, it's just like this stereotype. And I'm like, I never thought of that stereotype. Why would you do this?
costumes, and this was my whole childhood. New movie, new video games, new toys, Star Wars potato chips, Star Wars candy. Star Wars was everywhere, and I liked Star Wars a lot, bro. I was watching Star Wars since before the prequels even came out.
I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old.
It truly fucking blows my mind that people are only just now.
What, John?
What fight?
What fucking fight? Exactly.
Now mad at Star Wars for being a cash grab franchise that only cares about merchandise. They seriously act like Disney's the only reason Star Wars is trying to make money? What fucking planet have you been?
That's like just a complete straw man.
It
I don't
is.
think anybody
really
denied that everybody was trying to make money with it. Like,
right.
that's not really the problem. You can try and make money in good ways or bad ways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't doubt that Valve and Xbox are both trying to make money, but I don't like the way that Xbox does it, and I like the way that Valve does it. So they can both be trying to make money, one be good, one be bad.
Mm-hmm. Fucking yeah, exactly. And when people say, like, when they complain about it being commercialized, yes, they complain basically that Disney's just using it as a cash cow where they only care about, you know, like, it's like, hey, what's in the pipeline? Will this turn a profit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We need something on Disney Plus this year. Doesn't matter about the quality, doesn't matter about anything else. Just get it out there so that can hopefully make us some pennies, basically. That's basically what they're complaining about. Because when back in the glory days, they did care about the quality, and we didn't care it was commercialized because what they were making was good.
Yeah, if you get your value for your money, then nobody's mad. Everybody, you know, and you'll sell more in the long run because your franchise will remain healthy. Customers will stay happy. They'll come back for more. There's a reason that The Force Awakens is by far the most successful thing that Disney Star Wars has done. It's because they were basically like just relying on the brand name and then forgot to make it actually good.
Right. Actually, it's a perfect birthday gift. There's nothing I like more than idiot reviewers being put in their place and mocked for clown arguments. Well, there you go, Dennis.
Living on, Star Wars has always been like this.
Star Wars, Micro Machines. There's a cool adventure in every...
Oh, Micro Machines were so cool.
Yeah, this is like the business equivalent to, well, Star Wars has always been goofy, so why are you complaining? Or Star Wars has always been shit, why are you complaining? This is the business equivalent to that argument. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a dumb space movie, Chud.
Yeah, it's a movie about space. Let me guess, is Cosmonaut gonna say it's a movie about space wizards for children now?
I mean, literally, a stormtrooper bumped his
head. Yeah.
The original film, guys. These were never meant to be taken seriously because that one blooper.
Yeah.
Jango Fett literally bumped his head on the slave one. I mean the fire spray, because slaves are very politically incorrect. He bumped his head on that, so that's very equivalent to when they did a hyperspace ramming in the Jedi, Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Look, I've always loved Star Wars, and I'm a big fan. I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old. But no, it's always been kind of shitty and stupid, and nobody has ever taken it seriously. And if you did, you're stupid.
Jacob says he used to watch Cosmonaut. Well, Jacob, thank God you're not anymore. But anyways,
we all have shame in our past, Jacob.
Yeah. Also, Dennis, for your birthday present, I'm sending over some specialists who will help you out. So there you go, Jacob. There you go, Dennis. They'll give you a good time. But anyways.
Collection!
New Star Wars Micro Machines. Machines so iconic, they're legendary.
And when the prequel train started revving up, it was just time for more merchandise. It was a good time to be an impressionable little kid who loves Star Wars. And back then, I didn't have the mental capacity to judge these movies. Nobody in my age group did. We saw the lightsabers and we were on board. We didn't give a shit. I think everybody has that moment where they're watching the prequels after having grown up a bit and they realize, Jesus Christ, what did I like about these movies? That moment where you realize...
Are you sure about that? Because when I had, quote-unquote, that moment, I was like, Jesus H. Christ, it's just as good as I remember. You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a better opinion upon subsequent viewings.
Right, yeah. To be honest, Star Wars was connected to commerce even in the good old days. There's a video where Luke Skywalker literally says that cultural value is secondary while money is the priority. What video is that? How the fuck have I never heard of this? What the shit? Is that like some Russian exclusive shit I never heard of? What the hell?
Is that you don't actually understand the plot of any of these movies, that they're boring and the acting is bad.
Very simple. I don't
plot
understand
is
how
really
anybody,
easy to understand.
I was 7 years old when the frickin' Phantom Menace came out, and I saw it at a drive-in, with the radio crackling and shit, and I still understood the plot. It's not that hard.
What the fuck, John? Is Pittsburgh that backwards? It still has drive-ins? What?
Well, we also have regular movie theaters, but
Okay.
going to the drive-in is kind of cool. They usually show double features, pretty cheap, and you're in your comfort of your car. You can have your own food and shit, so you don't have to pay a gajillion dollars for popcorn. But anyways,
you saw them when you were 7, right?
Yeah. So I know I saw Phantom Menace there, and then I saw the other ones obviously whenever I was pretty young too. No, I distinctly remember that one because it was I had seen the original trilogy at the whatever we had a Boy Scouts. We stayed at a water park the one night. It was pretty sweet. We did a big projection on the wall of the original trilogy, so that was pretty cool. But it's not that hard to understand. It's you laugh. We laughed at the funny droids before Dave Filoni made them sound gay. But
what are you talking about, John?
I just remember whenever Qui-Gon's coming out.
Yeah, anyways.
Just no good aspect to enjoy. Once my generation got older and we realized
these aspect. That's an position even for even if you're gonna say, I don't like them overall, surely you could admit that there's something. Everybody admits to like Ewan McGregor being good in them and stuff. Like, come on.
Literally.
Right. Anyways.
Movies were bad. There was peace on the internet for a brief time. It was widely accepted that the Star Wars prequels were not good movies, and there wasn't anybody alive who unironically liked them. There was no more world hunger.
There wasn't
racism
anybody
was over.
Alive. Are you sure you just didn't pay attention to the people that liked
He
them?
didn't pay attention.
Exactly.
He didn't pay attention to the movies, and he doesn't pay attention to people who like them.
He didn't pay attention to the extended material.
Dennis expanded Zephyr. Dennis says it was an interview with the actor that played. Okay, so Mark Hamill. It was an interview with Mark Hamill, and it was one of the statements that he made about Hollywood, how they treat classics, including stars. Well, to be fair, Dennis, I mean that's like nothing spectacularly like outrageous. Like that's just like general merch. That's like merchandising 101 right there, more or less. But anyways.
And we as a species had finally achieved world peace. And then Disney started making Star Wars movies.
This is a nightmare!
And now all of a sudden people are saying the prequels are good? What the fuck happened? I've seen so many.
Because they are good. That's why. It's like the truth finally got out there, bro. It's not that hard to believe.
The truth is out there.
The normies were exposed to Clone Wars during the Umbara arc, and everyone was like, "Oh my goodness!" All the normies.
That probably, the Clone Wars coming out probably did unironically like contribute to it because the Clone Wars was TCW, that is, was so shit that everybody was like, "Wait, didn't this used to be a lot better?" And then they started going back.
Right.
Right.
Melissa says, I call bullshit. I was 19 in 1999, and I like them from 21 Jump Street. A few idiots that said George fucked their childhood. Exactly, Melissa, exactly. I bet you Mark Hamill probably backtracks on what he says. Yeah, probably. Normies were turned off by midichlorians, and that's why they're normies, Melissa. Anyways.
People unironically defend these movies and then turn around and shit on other bad movies like Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman.
Well, I mean, the prequels aren't bad like this, bro, so,
Suicide? Is he saying the Suicide Squad is better than the prequels? And also, why lump all the prequels together? I hate this with any franchise. People used to do this with, like, the MCU. Whenever there were, like, 20 fucking movies, and they'd be like, well, it's like a Marvel movie. I'm like, well, which Marvel movie?
Right.
They aren't all the same fucking grade when you're talking about multiple different things.
Yeah.
Even though they all share the the same exact issues. Overly expensive movies with bad effects and worse writing. And
Why do
way
you care
too
how expensive they are?
It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that there was a limit on how much money you're allowed to give these movies. What constitutes overly expensive?
And as a consumer, that makes zero difference to you. A movie can be completely unprofitable for the studio if they spent like a gajillion dollars. If they make a great movie, I'm like, I don't really give a shit that they lost money. They're some stupid corporation.
Yeah. The fuck,
I mean,
man?
they'll get compensated for all the money loss.
Yeah,
Some
true.
Hollywood accounting, baby. Come on.
BB.
Many people are saying that the prequels are redeemed because they're better than the new movies. Now, first of all,
No one said that. We just said that they
God.
were good. We
Is he
just
gonna
said that
say
they were.
He's gonna say the sequels are better, I think.
Oh, gee.
the new movies aren't even that bad. I don't love
No, close enough.
But
Of
the
every
prequels have no good parts, so I'm pretty sure we know where he stands on that. Apparently,
Yeah.
according to him, I mean.
respect of them, but I cannot call them bad movies. I honestly have full
Yeah, they
respect
can.
for people
I mean, you
What,
could.
Evan?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
It's
who
like
hate the prequels.
pretty easy. The sequels are bad movies. See? It's easy. You could do that.
See?
Caveman could do it. Just like that Geico commercial. Even a caveman could do it.
Jacob says they're mad because the shit they like losing money means there's no more shit for them to like. Exactly, Jacob, yeah. He's like,
This is going back to his older point. Didn't Cosmonaut Variety Hour? He praised The Force Awakens, so he's and The Force Awakens, didn't that cost more than the prequels?
pretty sure it did, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
know how
this-
it works out with inflation and shit. I don't even know the budgets of the prequels, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
Sequels equally. I think that's totally fair. What kills me is when people say these movies are good and these aren't. Oh, at least the prequels had some original ideas. Who the fuck says shit like this? Original ideas aren't enough to make a movie good. And something
Okay, but if you think two movies are bad, let's say hypothetically somebody says like, "Oh, these are both horrible." It's like, well, at least this one tried something. It wasn't just a lazy retread. Like that is somewhat of a tiebreaker if you thought that they were both horrible.
Right, yeah.
That's why a lot of people frickin' put, even sequel fans will put Last Jedi above like The Force Awakens because they'll be like, this one at least was trying to be original, even though it's complete bullshit. But and it did copy Empire Strikes Back and fucking Return of the Jedi pretty much. But that's like a reasoning that even sequel fans use. So yes, originality does count as one factor in a grade.
Yeah.
can still be good without having original ideas. Stranger Things doesn't have a single original idea at all, and it's generally seen to be pretty good. Everybody likes it. The prequels have
season one people like. I don't know if
Yeah.
you'll find many people defending past that. And also, like, that's not even the point. Who cares? That's not like even a point being made. It's like, oh, things can be good without being totally. It's like, yes, fine. I'm fine with a cliche action movie or something as long as it's well executed, well acted, all that. But that's not really the point being discussed when comparing these two films.
Right. Fucking idiot.
a lot of unique ideas, yeah, and they're not presented in a good way at all in these movies.
The Jedi! What do you know?
If you thought this was going to be a video about me...
Do you think that clip like proves that the whole movie is shit or something?
It really, really
Not
does.
even
The
a bad
Cosmo.
All it
line.
does is just reminded me how I loved Watto in the first movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about the Phantom Menace that not a lot of people want to acknowledge, but it's actually one of the more unique of the Star Wars movies. Like, not just the prequels, but the movies in general, just because of how much of a diverse foray of creatures and species that movie showcased. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't just humans, which is a criticism a lot of people have with the sequels. I mean, sure, you have like one or two notable alien characters, but in the
Right.
prequels, and again, the Phantom Menace, they went all out.
Right, yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Dennis says, I wonder what this guy's reaction would be to the fact I already brought up in a previous stream, the popularity of the prequels in Russia during the trend of hating them in America. Oh, Dennis, he just say they're brainwashed, like he said earlier.
That Putin.
Yeah. These films brainwashed an entire country, Dennis. Yeah.
Just like Putin.
Yeah, another person saying that the prequels are racist. Yeah, exactly.
Praising the prequels, then I'm sorry. You probably don't know me very well. Maybe we can be friends in another life. Today,
What the fuck?
He gotcha. Yeah,
got him.
Friends now. What do you think about that?
Oh no. Anyways.
I'm going to try and bring these movies back down a peg. Because
okay. So he's not even really out here to just like judge them on their own merits. He's literally out here just being like, I'm out here to bring them down a peg. I'm motivated by spite, motherfucker. Then why the fuck are you even making this fucking video anyway, you fucking dumb shit?
Hey, don't make fun of me.
But okay, let's hear his points.
I hate them, and when people disagree with me, I feel uncomfortable.
What a little bitch.
And you're an internet critic, and you don't want anybody to ever disagree with you because it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh,
this is like whenever people say, I got attacked online for blah, blah, blah role that millions of people saw. It's like, well, no shit. Millions of people are going to have different opinions, and a few of them are going to be crazy. Quit making a big deal out of it.
It's gotten, it's gotten so bad I have to literally limit my comments to subscriber only. Looking at the comment section of my videos, unscathed.
Because
I wonder who that reminds us of.
Well, if you get brigaded by a larger audience after attacking smaller audiences numerous times, it's totally legit to do that. I don't know what you're talking about, Evan.
I got the feeling some of us
hell nah! Yeah. This guy sounds like modern Chris Stuckman with a tiny bit of charisma. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he's less.
I will say
than Chris.
Wasn't much of an avid fan of Cosmonaut Variety Hour, but the one video of his that I really enjoyed rewatching time and time again are his reviews of the Spider-Man movies, especially the Amazing Spider-Man duology.
Oh, jeez.
Does he trash on him?
Yeah, I know. I know. EFAP covered those videos.
He likes the Raimi trilogy. He's really light on the criticisms on the Raimi trilogy, and he actually got attacked because he said that he wasn't that big of a fan of Tobey Maguire's portrayal. But then he said, well, a reason why I'm uplifting Raimi's trilogy and Maguire's performance there, so I can really rip into how much I hate the Amazing duology.
I mean, you can do both, but okay, bro. I mean, you can give fair points on Maguire's performance and still rip into fucking what's his face over and over, but
Andrew
still,
Garfield.
yeah, that fucker, yeah. Palpatine somewhere in the back.
What did Andrew Garfield do to you, Backseater?
Oh, he's just not a good fit for Peter Parker. I'm sorry. He looks more like a Calvin Klein model than just an average guy.
Aside from just his looks, I could not stand his Peter Parker performance. It came off as really creepy and way
I
too
will say
stuttery.
he's a good Spider. He's a good Spider-Man. I just don't buy
not a good
him
Peter Parker.
Whenever he first meets Gwen and it's fucking Emma Stone, he's like, I don't. Yeah, totally. Anyways, I'm gonna go ride my skateboard randomly whenever I get spider powers now. Which that part's the writing, I know, but also it was really that's whenever I checked out of that movie. I was like, really? We're doing
I remember seeing Amazing Spider-Man in theaters, and it's one of the few times during the movie I actually went up to use the restroom because I could not bear the emotional scenes between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone as Peter and Gwen. I just didn't buy it. Even 10-year-old me didn't buy it.
Oh, this chemistry's so bad, it's making me want to pee!
They dated in real life, and yet somehow it was so awkward and non-chemistry in the film. I was just what?
Emperor Palpatine somewhere in the background's use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you. Yeah. He probably thought Tobey's performance in Spider-Man 3 was toxic. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't remember what exact criticisms he did have for Spider-Man 3, but I do specifically remember that he did not like the symbiotes being alien in origin in that movie. because he said, out of everything we know about this particular universe, telling me that aliens exist seems a little bit out of left field.
Fucking what? Like the films already have like super science. You're telling me like aliens are too far now? What?
Believability and realism, that they're two different things.
Yeah. Anyways, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man would have been better if they skipped past the origin story.
Backseat, when we're done with this video, if you're looking for a rewrite video to review, I know the perfect one. Hold on.
Which one?
You ever heard of Adam Blumpy?
Oh, never heard of that guy. No.
He is like synonymous in wrestling YouTube. Like
Mm.
he was in What Culture Wrestling. He did all sorts of funny listicles. He did a bunch of rebookings, which were like profound. Like a lot of people praised them. And then he left What Culture with a bunch of other personalities to found another wrestling channel called Cultaholic. But before that channel could take off, he was accused of, cheating on his girlfriend, getting nudes from fans, and apparently he went off a little bit, shaved his head, did a whole apology video. Then he came over to...
I must shave my head to apologize to everyone. Sorry,
Evan, Wrestle Talk, did his whole thing again, popular, people forgave him. And then another woman accused him for something, except this time he actually didn't do that. So there's a little lawsuit going on. But the point that I'm getting here is that while he was in What Culture, besides from doing wrestling content, he actually did some movie rewrites. And he did rewrites for Spider-Man 3, Suicide Squad, and Dark Knight Rises. So I'm looking for a Spider-Man 3 rewrite to link when we're done here.
Oh, Dark Knight Rises, I like to see too. I fucking hate Dark Knight Rises.
All right, we'll have to say that for another day, Evan. Right now, I want to stay focused on Star Wars here. But anyways,
that's fine.
The only part of their relationship was their breakneck speed death. Anyways.
Now, before I start tearing into the movie, I should be fair and talk about the good things. This isn't the worst movie ever made, so it has to have some positive...
Yeah, what the fuck? It's like there were no good things. Oh, well, there actually are now. What the fuck?
I was being hyperbolic. Why? Why didn't you just say what you thought from the beginning?
So already you've contradicted yourself.
It's like people have talked about these a million times. What more can I add? And now I'm going to have the same hyperbole that a million other people have had.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3 would have been better if they didn't have Venom. True, Jacob, but to say that it's unrealistic to have aliens in that movie is just false.
And it also would have been better with an Eminem song about Venom.
Yeah.
Na, 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 Venom. Na, na, na.
Well,
I don't even know another word of that song, but
yeah.
Right? So,
here we go.
The music is pretty good. The thing is, almost every aspect of this movie that's
yeah, pretty fucking sweet,
sort of okay, has a little asterisk right above it. I want to say the effects are good because a lot of them are technically very impressive. For a movie that came out in 1999, Jar Jar looks pretty good, but the effects aren't always integrated into the movie in a convincing way. I mean, the pod racing scene is pretty cool because it's the only time in the movie where you feel like you're not dead. That's probably the only enjoyable scene other
Duel
than
of the Fates.
Bruh, if you're falling asleep during like fucking the Phantom Menace, dude, you have the opposite problem. You're taking too much Ritalin, bro. Like, come on.
Anyways.
Wasn't the symbiotic alien origin already present in the comics? Probably should complain about them instead of the movie. Yeah, I know, Dennis. He's saying that, like, in the movie trilogy, it's unrealistic for them to be aliens, which is incorrect. It's like there's nothing in those movies that say aliens don't exist.
Well, they should just fix the comics.
Let's see. Rick's gonna have a brain aneurysm. Rick, go to bed if you're gonna have a brain aneurysm. Rick, take advice from Ric Flair and go to bed.
And
that's
eat your vitamins.
Little boy.
What? No, that's Hulk Hogan.
I know, but you can do both. Take sleepy vitamins and go to bed.
Alright, Darth Angel's almost home. Even better is Spider-Man 3 Venom is played by Tom Hardy instead of Topher Grace.
Was Tom Hardy even big around 2007?
I don't know. Also, the symbiote in Spider-Man 3 literally acted like a Christian demon and was defeated by fucking church bells. Well, to be fair, Dennis, the symbiotes hate sound, but anyway.
Was that from the original comics, the church bells?
Yeah,
thought
pretty
so.
much, yeah.
Okay.
The
I knew
final
he got him
battle.
off
And
the
I'd say the
sound.
final battle is the one scene that is so cool it tricked people into liking this movie for just a little bit after it came out. Sometimes an exciting ending can fool an audience into thinking
Look, he's going to try and equate them.
a movie is good, and this final battle is actually pretty dope. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to enjoy it when you realize that you don't care about any of the things that are happening in this movie.
What?
There is
I was just going to
Yes,
say,
right.
it's pretty funny that he made that point, because I was literally just going to say the difference between this and Rogue One. Like, Rogue One, I'll be like, oh yeah, it's like a space battle, all right, and then there's like a Vader scene. The difference is that like Vader isn't like a real character in Rogue One. He shows up in like 2 scenes, and you're relying purely on nostalgia from previous movies to try and make that into a cool thing. Same thing even with the space battle. You're like, oh, look, Y-Wings. Oh, look, footage from episode 4. Oh, you know, that's like a Mon Calamari guy, Admiral Raddus. Look at him go. And it's like all this
Right.
nostalgia bait kind of stuff. I mean, it also just has the cheerleader effect of being better than other Disney Star Wars battles. But it's like, you know, that is pure just like flashy flash action is the only reason it gets any praise. And then
Right.
like the Phantom Menace, it actually involves characters. It involves a master and student. It involves like dramatic stakes as they try to hold off Maul.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
sorry, John, when I was down in Texas, like Matt Wilkins, he brought a board game that's like literally based off the climax of the Phantom Menace. That game is fucking fun, bro. It's like literally intense, like no cap.
There's this one vendor at Steel City Con that's always selling really old board games, and they make board games off of literally everything. They're like, look, it's the Dracula board game, it's the Godzilla board game. There was one for an old Star Wars. It was like Escape the Death Star, I think, and you had like little pieces of like Chewbacca and Princess Leia and everything, and it was built all around that because they're all from like the 70s and 80s. These old board games.
Right.
I gotta pick a couple up sometime because I'm sure that they're better than most modern ones.
If aliens are unrealistic, I wonder what his thoughts on Christian demon symbolism is. I don't know, probably thinks that's unrealistic too. Like everything should be just a little bit high tech, but nothing outright sci-fi or magic, probably. I know that they're sensitive to sound. That was actually a clever way to combine both Christian theology and science fiction biology of an alien species. Yeah, Dennis, pretty much, yeah.
also one single line that I kind of like in this movie.
Perhaps I killed a Jedi and took it from him.
I don't think so. No one can kill a Jedi.
I wish that was so.
I kind of like the subtle foreshadowing in that line, and that's one of the only times I'm ever going to call these movies subtle.
It's more of a look into Qui-Gon's character, and it's like revealing he's like more wizened than, you know, it's kind of showing you the contrast between the larger world's view of Jedi as like these invincible guys, and it's kind of a contrast to later in the prequels whenever people are somewhat disillusioned with them as the war drags on and a lot of them die. Like in the Phantom Menace, they have this reputation as like these unkillable warriors, and Qui-Gon knows better.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So enjoy it. But the main positive in this movie is definitely the music.
Okay.
The John Williams score is always the one aspect of these movies that is on point. I want to believe that old Johnny saw these movies and was like, okay, I got to try to fix these as best as I can.
Or
But
he
it
was
is
just
kind of
trying to do his job. Okay, I'll say this. I mean, I'm sure that John Williams praises the prequels. I don't think you can really use his opinion on many things because he's just a nice guy who always says nice things about any of the movies that he works on because he was nice. I saw him whenever he was like 90, so a couple years ago, I think, and he was praising the 5th Indiana Jones movie because they played some like Phoebe Waller-Bridge's theme from it. It wasn't called that, but it was whatever her character's name was in the movie. And he was like, "Oh, the wonderful Phoebe Waller-Bridge." I'm like, "Oh, you
She's
didn't
the
have to say that."
goddaughter. That's all she is.
Yeah.
She's the goddaughter.
Like, John, why would you say that? I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the show, but you really didn't have to say that.
Yeah, plus there's also like the fact that it's like, oh, he's probably under like an NDA. It's like he probably can't really say like, oh yeah, they were 100% shit or whatever the hell.
I'm sure everybody was nice to him too.
Yeah.
He's a nice old man.
I was there day one, and normies loved the ending to episode 1. Exactly, Melissa. Exactly.
Unintentionally funny sometimes because you'll be visually looking at nothing happening in these movies, but the music will be popping the fuck off.
It's literally a shadow, my guy. That's not nothing, you fucking idiot. Don't worry, Cosmo. You already cucked yourself.
You don't have to play a bunch of music samples. Everybody fucking knows the music from the films, especially somebody watching this.
Yeah. I wasn't there for the first 2 episodes, but I only had to watch them twice to see they're overhated and pretty underrated. Exactly, Darth Angel. Exactly.
But that's all I can say in
Darth
a way
Angel's like,
these movies.
It's prequel defended time.
Yeah.
Literally. And also fucking going off of John's point, given who Cosmonaut's audience is, I don't expect them to know shit about Star Wars.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
These honestly fail at almost every level of filmmaking.
Oh, John, I cannot wait until we finish watching TCW for Phony Filoni Friday so we can watch his video where he defends TCW. I can't wait for that shit.
God.
Oh, yes. I laughed when Palpatine said, we'll watch your career with great interest. And after some guy asked me why, I had to explain. Normies didn't know he was the Emperor. Yeah, Melissa, like, there were, like, people, I wasn't around for this, I just know this from secondhand, but there were legit people that thought George Lucas was gonna pull, like, some plot twist and have it actually be some other guy be fucking Palpatine. And that... or be the Emperor, rather. And that the guy playing... And that getting Ian McDiarmid to play Palpatine was just a bait and switch. But anyways...
Nobody really was that suspicious of him as far as, like, kids go. I don't know. Until, like... Because we didn't know he was the same actor back then. It wasn't
True,
like
yeah.
we were going around.
But among like the theory crafting adults, there were,
Yeah, it wasn't until like episode 2 that it became like more obvious because he was obviously like plotting shit.
Yeah.
First one, I think they just show it like briefly at the end at like the funeral and stuff, and then Maul meets up with Sidious, and so it's like some politician.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hang on, Dennis is all like. Wait, what? Indiana Jones 5 is the worst movie in the franchise. Even the 4th film pales in comparison with its legendary fridge scene and Red Menace commies. Yeah, pretty much.
Star Wars: The Red Menace episode 9 or episode 10 will be that after they go hardcore. They swing hardcore the other way to please the right wingers.
Yeah.
Like it's the red commie menace.
Yeah.
You're going to watch this movie with the same framework that we watched A New Hope in. For the first time, I'm going to try
socialism and the means of production to my new empire.
Yeah. I heard that rumor too. It got out pretty quick that Ian McDiarmid was in the movie. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta
These movies honestly fail at almost every level of filmmaking. So we are going to watch this movie with the same framework that we watched A New Hope in. For the first time, I'm going to try to watch this movie with my fully evolved film brain. I'm going to pretend as if I have never
pretty strong thoughts for being like, this is the first time I'm going to watch it.
seen this movie before. And right off the bat,
And
the
also,
opening
that's
title
kind of arrogant to be like, now I am a fully evolved film brain. I cannot possibly reach further levels than what I'm at now.
He's an enlightened film critic, John. What you talking about?
Maybe you should like never really consider yourself fully evolved. Maybe you should be looking to improve a little bit. No, you're just like, nope, I can't possibly get any better. I'm perfect. I'm like perfect cell.
Yes, because the sequels are the pinnacle of filmmaking. Fuck off. Yeah, pretty much, Darth Angel. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Bane, what are your thoughts on the sequel trilogy that Disney made? Any thoughts, Bane?
Oh, well, the prequels and the sequels, well, all I know is that Ray was boring as shit. My God. I had to walk around the theater, not because I was pumped up on Venom, but because I was so bored. I had to pump some blood through my veins.
Straight up, yeah.
Crawl is just too much. Remember when I talked about how perfect the title crawl is in A New Hope? It's simple, effective, and it doesn't throw too much information at us. This is the first
Okay, well, same thing for the Phantom Menace opening crawl, but okay, let's see what he says about this.
paragraph in the Phantom Menace title crawl.
Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes
Why
to
don't you just read
outlying
it
star
yourself? Why are you doing the AI voice?
I don't know.
systems is in dispute.
This is the first indication.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Immediately after taxation, he immediately gets bored. It's the thought
Yeah.
of big words that tedious to him.
Oh my god. Like, bruh, even little kids understand what taxation is. Like, fuck, bro.
What do you learn about the American Revolution first? It was taxation without representation.
Yeah.
That's why we rebelled.
Sonny, question. Why did the Americans throw tea off the British harbor? Oh, the protest against taxes, Dad.
Yes.
No, son,
Nothing more
Texas wasn't
American
around
than that.
yet. That's a state that came in later.
What is this fucknut talking about? It's basically saying it's like, oh, episode 1's boring because taxes. Bane, what do you think about Dave Filoni?
Look, even with 5 gallons of venom in his veins, Dave Filoni would still be a woman at heart.
Oh, also, Bane, speaking of the sequel trilogy, were there any other Gotham villains who liked those movies? Are any of them Disney shills?
I bet Harley Quinn's a Disney show.
Harley Quinn liked the lesbian kiss at the end of The Rise of Palpatine, but she goes mad because we had to get the Chinese version being villains and all, and they cut it the fuck out.
What a bitch. Anyway.
Dispute.
This is the first indication of the tone of the movie. It's fucking
Just kidding.
boring.
I don't honor lesbian anti-hero Harley Quinn. I like her as a henchwoman. Anyways.
Well, anyways, can we just go back a little bit and
Of the
just hear what he
Galactic
said? Hang on.
The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute.
This is the first indication of the tone of the movie. It's fucking boring.
Oh my god. Come on, bro.
You'll get
Come
mad
on.
at Az for saying that, but alright.
You're boring! You hear that, Qui-Gon? You're so... Hang on. You're boring! You're so fucking boring! Anyways.
Signs of life in this movie at all. The performances are stiff. The lines are dry and lifeless, and the movie isn't even directed in an engaging way.
But you
just
want
pointed out a line where you liked it with Qui-Gon, so how can you say the lines are all bad?
What do you want them quipping like it's a goddamn Marvel movie or some shit? Come on.
They just need to be super enthusiastic like Rey and Finn, where they're yelling at each other after the starfight. Well, I don't know how I did that, because I never piloted anything. Wow, me neither. Wow, I bypassed the compressor. Wow.
Yeah. Darth Angel says, pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Everybody
Yeah.
kind of talks the same, and it's really awkward. Like, who the fuck talks like this?
This is incredible. We recommend a commission be sent to Naboo to ascertain the truth.
The Congress of Malastare
I
concurs
don't
with
know
the
people in the
I'll-
Senate.
They're called politicians. They talk like this, you numbskull. Sorry, not every character's talking the exact same way we do in real life.
Does he expect them to speak like, I don't know, Gen Alpha kids at a school lunch table?
Yes. He really, really does. Harley Quinn, what do you think about the China treatment of the sequels? Oh my gosh, it's so bad! There's such big homophobes! I hope they get canceled! I hope I shoot them in the head like I did fucking B swear to God!
Whoa, Harley, you can't say that.
I don't give a shit! Fuck every single one of those red bastards! It's called voice acting, moron, and they're politicians. What the fuck is this guy talking about, bro? I don't fucking know, man.
Harley Quinn kind of sounds like your Jewish grandmother.
I am a Jew! I am a Jew! Don't you know they later revealed that, even though it has no impact on my character?
Hey, isn't she like blonde? Shouldn't she be like more dark haired if she's whatever?
I think the reason why most people say she is Jewish is because Tara Strong, her primarily voice actor, happens to be Jewish.
Oh, that's some modern day crap where everybody has to match their actors. That's what that's what lost us Apu on The Simpsons, was that line of thinking.
Chancellor Valorum.
Although it was funny, people are actually trying to cancel Tara Strong because she supports Israel. They're trying to put her fired from the role of Harley Quinn.
I heard about that.
And I actually spoke to Tara Strong about that, and she was very surprised to hear that I wasn't shitting on her about it.
Yeah.
Did you call her recently? Were you like, hey, the Ayatollah's dead? And then she's like, wow, that's really good news. And then you're like, hey, the Ayatollah's dead. And they're like, and she's like, oh, but you just said that. What do you? And you're like, no, the next one just died also. And he's just like, oh, hey, the Ayatollah's son is dead.
Well, I mean, for starters, our meeting was a couple of years ago, but before all that happened, it was just
now that you got her on.
It was around time where things were really starting to kick off.
Yeah.
Well, now that you got her on speed dial, since you saved her number, obviously, you can call her and congratulate her.
Thanks. We'll throw a party.
Delegate
Although, to be fair, I don't think a party with Tara Strong would be all that fun because, for starters, she's toxically vegan, so there's not going to be any fun meat plates.
Woo! We're going to take shots out of these romaine leaves. Gulp.
Freaking cosmic.
I, on the other hand, will have a breakfast party with pancakes, omelets, and lots of bacon.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're a lizard. Do you even eat any of that stuff? I thought you eat like flies and shit.
We expand.
Yeah.
Some of us are.
When you start the movie, you might think that the Jedi just talk in this weird, overly wordy way because they're like warrior monks. I kind of accept the fact that they talk weird. But everybody fucking talks like this, except the Jamaican and the literal child. And while they may sound...
Cosmonaut, that you seem to be forgetting. Newt Gunray and all the other major characters within this movie are politicians.
Yeah, they really are.
Doesn't most politicians have very expensive vocabularies? I'm sorry if your tiny cosmonaut brain can comprehend what they're saying all that well.
For Star Wars: The Phantom Menace to have been good according to Cosmonaut, Chancellor Valorum should have said, "Oh, geez, this vote of no confidence is so not skibbity."
And as for the reason why Jar Jar doesn't talk that way, well, for starters, he's a Gungan. And Gungans have their own very elaborate... Well, I wouldn't call it elaborate, but there is no other word for it. Yeah, it has a very weird way of speaking. And not to mention, Jar Jar is essentially the village idiot. You're not going to hear him talk all that, intelligent. And Anakin Skywalker is a literal child.
Yeah.
Well, Palpatine could have been like, yo, bros, this Valorum is so ratchet. My election would be on fleek.
Palpatine is brat, confirmed.
I am totally brat, my friends. Stand together with me, and we will never crash out again.
Wow, you sound so very cunty right now, Palpatine.
Oh my god, someone needs to fucking animate Evan. You need to clip this shit.
That's what I'm playing. I plan on doing that and taking gifs of these characters and mimic their mouth motions in the same way of our impressions.
You can just use the far out shots from his speech in Revenge of the Sith and instead just play the new lines over them so that nobody sees the mouth.
Oh my god, hang on, let's see here. Darth Angel says, if you think the prequels are bad, you probably have never been laid. I'm just being 100% realistic, yeah. Jacob says, well, she is getting old, and what I always say, when the milk becomes stale, her intelligence goes pale.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
different. Their line delivery is on another fucking level.
You mean I get to come with you in your starship?
See,
He's
George
a fucking kid, bro.
has this weird problem where his dialogue is kind of the worst thing about his movies. I'm not lying, man. Even in the original Star Wars, the instant classic, his actors constantly made fun of him for his dialogue.
And then I started reading, and it seemed to me the dialogue was pretty ropey.
It's a true story. Harrison Ford, who plays the space pirate in the film, at one point threatened to tie George up and make him say his own lines at gunpoint.
But back then,
Yeah, wow, no shit. You cited Alec Guinness and fucking Harrison Ford, who are both known to be heavily against, who are both known to not like their time in Star Wars. No fucking shit. They're gonna say bad things about the dialogue, and George, you fucking idiot.
Also, whenever they said it, it still sounded fine. Everybody seemed to like it. So
Yep.
either he did a rewrite or they just ended up selling the lines that they were given.
Yeah.
You know, Alec Guinness, I don't think was like involved in a lot of sci-fi shit up until that point. So,
No, he was strictly a Shakespeare guy. Yeah.
I think he was on like Bridge of the River Kwai and stuff like that. That was more like realistic or historical because that was more the movie style at the time for established thespians and all. So I'm sure it did seem silly to him, the whole like, you know, a galaxy far, far away and all that. It's like doesn't really say much about George's dialogue quality.
Right. How dare Anakin talk like a kid? How dare the politicians talk like intellectuals? How dare the lines not be top notch? What are these people looking for? Shakespeare? Yes.
Cosmonaut would go to Capitol Hill and then get angry AOC didn't talk like a quote-unquote normal person.
I don't think he would get mad at AOC because she's retarded enough. She does sound just like a modern teenager or something.
Right.
I think
that is true.
That's one of the reasons why so popular is because she literally panders to the teenagers going into college.
Yeah, how do you do, fellow kids? Yeah. Harrison Ford, how much weed did you smoke when you were on set during the original trilogy?
Oh, well, thing about it is there was 3 of those movies. I thought I was in the Indiana Jones. I thought I just had a bad episode in episode 77 or whenever the fuck we started. I don't remember. Are those the ones with Steven Spielberg?
Anyways.
Your guess is as good as mine, Harrison.
Yeah, anyways.
he had a team to help him fix up the script and make it sound like lines that real people would say. Star Wars should be simple. We just saw Han Solo talking like a regular fucking guy.
What a shit take right there. Star Wars should be simple, man. God, that is such a shit take. It honestly needs to fucking die! Oh my god, I fucking hate this fucking take, bro. Like, seriously, enough with this simple shit. Fucking challenge yourselves. Challenge the fucking shit you like.
The original movies aren't overly simple, so, and everybody likes them, so not sure what he's getting at with this.
Anyways, fuck.
And now all the characters talk like weird Shakespeare robots. And that's a word that I've heard people use to describe this dialogue. Shakespearean. But that's honestly using the word wrong, in my opinion. I've always seen it work as Shakespearean when we talk about how the actions of the characters dictate their emotions.
Ew, not the 2012 Berserk. Okay.
Also, well, yes, well, in that case, Cosmo, yes, the fucking prequels are that way. Their dialogue conveys their emotions. Yes, like the prequels do have that, bro. These fake fans really need a frontal lobe surgery done on them, because holy shit, yes.
You mean like a lobotomy?
Yeah. Zaffer, I need you to rant about the Berserk anime real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, the only thing I really liked about this Berserk anime over the original 1991 was how the scenes were choreographed. In the fight scenes. I don't think any of you have watched Berserk, have you?
I have not.
Oh,
Backseat
recommend
and I
watching.
want to adapt Berserk in a live action.
Nobody seems to think it's ever had like the perfect adaptation. It's always like, oh, the manga's never been done like complete justice. I know that there's like preferred versions and stuff.
Yeah, the 1991 was the closest it got to a perfect adaptation, although the pacing was a bit like One Piece, where it just lingered on scenes for too long.
Was it coming out the same time as the manga?
It came out like a few years after the manga.
Oh, okay. Because that's
the
always
first
the
arc.
excuse for like One Piece, and why I'm hopeful about the Netflix one is because it like won't have to worry about that. Because a lot of animes will do the filler arc thing because of that. But yeah, that no real excuse if it was already finished by the time it came out.
Anyways, I'm watching.
There's so this is actually funny. There, AOC was asked. She was actually in the Phantom Menace, and her character was asked about how to solve the situation on Naboo. They were asked, you know, there's the Trade Federation. How do you deal with it?
Let's see here.
And should the U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
You know, I think that this is such a, you know, I think that this is this is of course a very long-standing policy of the United States, and I think what we are hoping for is that we want to make sure that we never get to that point, and we want to make sure that we are moving in all of our economic research and our global positions to avoid any such confrontation and for that question to even arise.
I already asked you the question, bitch.
You would say that it sounds like something you would improvise while giving a book report you clearly didn't do.
Yeah. It's like whenever the candidate before Palpatine was asked about what they're going to do about the Naboo situation, they gave that exact same answer. They're like, but they're already attacking. It's like, well, this is a very complicated, yes.
And then Cosmonaut would be like, this is actually cinema because he's talking like a normal person and just going on a lot.
Kamala is her voice coach. Translation, she has no clue. Being at a global security conference, you'd think she'd be prepared to answer questions about global security. Absolutely a great fit for upper management. While our adversaries just sit back and say, well, let's just wait this out. All right, last one I'll read. You don't send a bartender to Munich to discuss foreign policy. Yeah. Anyways.
It's less about what they say and more about how they feel. It's not just Shakespearean because they talk funny. It's annoying and it makes it impossible to connect to the characters. And this manner of speech makes it so that we never really know who these characters are on a deeper level.
You do, though. You just didn't want to pay attention, bro.
Because none of these characters have character traits. They also never talk about...
Really, bro? Come on.
None of these characters have character traits. Not even being racist? Come on.
Come on, man. Anyway, let's keep going.
How they feel, and all of the dialogue is just to tell us what is literally happening in the story. Take all the dialogue scenes in this movie and think about what their purpose is in the story. Two characters explaining where they are and what they're doing. Characters coming up with a plan. Characters coming up with a plan. Characters coming up with a plan and meeting someone new. Characters making a deal and coming up with a plan. Characters talking about the plot and what's happening. Characters coming up with a plan. Characters coming up with a plan. Inappropriate flirting.
You could say this for literally any movie. It's just like,
literally.
Okay, people make plans in movies a lot. I never get like, these are very general subjects. Why is it taboo for this movie to do it?
I don't fucking know, bro. Because it's boring or some shit, bro. Jeez, it's almost as if this is the plot for the movie, jackass. Yeah.
Funny little boy.
characters coming up with a plan. Do you see the fucking problem here? There are very few scenes.
Let's summarize A New Hope. It's Luke, he's coming up with a plan with Obi-Wan, then he's coming up with a plan with Han, and then it's just characters discussing what happened whenever he talks to Obi-Wan about the mind trick. And then it's just like characters coming up with a plan whenever they're going to Alderaan and stuff. And then it's just like Han trying to, negotiate a plan whenever he's talking with the bounty hunter. It's like, oh man, this movie's so boring. Why are they just having all these conversations? Why isn't it just constant pew pew and slice?
Yeah, slice and dice. Yeah.
Of our characters being normal.
And John, I'm not just quoting the Darth Melvin meme. This guy is literally the kind of guy where it's like, yeah, Star Wars really should just be, mindless action. That's literally his whole fucking shit here. Yeah.
People and expressing emotions in this movie. There is legitimately only one scene of Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon talking to each other about anything that isn't the immediate plot. The only time they have a fucking heart-to-heart is at the end of the movie. For 99% of the runtime, these characters have no relationship to one another, and we never learn how they feel about each other.
They argue about taking Anakin in and shit like that.
That is 100% false.
Yeah, like there's a reason behind the plot elements. Like, I know that he thinks like, oh, it's just all plot talking. It's like, well, no, like the plot is part of the conversation. They're not just literally discussing what happened. They're discussing why and what motivates them. And it's all character talk whenever they're talking about what to do with Anakin, especially.
Right.
Do not fight the Council Master, not again. It's like,
right.
Oh, well, that tells us a lot about Qui-Gon. He's kind of a rebel, all right? Like, there's a lot of shit that goes with that.
Yet if we criticize said franchise, then this is a film about wizards and laser swords intended for kids. Such hypocrites, man. Exactly, man. Exactly.
I mean, he is being consistent about how he wants it to just be mindless slapping of laser swords. That's the only thing to see because he's shallow as hell.
Really, yeah.
Dude. Mahler often brings this up whenever it's about like people who like Star Wars, but they clearly like it for different reasons. Because, like, yeah, you'll get people like this that just like it for pew pew and stuff. He's like, well, we clearly like this for different reasons.
I know. Yeah, dude. I used to have like a thing going on X where I troll ants dick lickers about this shit all the time, where it's like, hey man, it's like, it's not that deep. It's like, I only watch Superman for the fight scenes or whatever the hell, and that got them ass mad. But except I was joking there just to piss them off. This guy is unironically serious.
This movie also has some of the most flat performances I've ever seen.
Really?
I don't fully understand. This is a strange place to me.
There is zero chemistry between any of these actors. Zero. I mean, literally, no.
All right, we get it.
The negotiations were short.
This movie is not fun to watch. It's not even fun to make fun of. Now, people have been making fun of this new scene from The Rise of Skywalker because of this particular line.
Oh, they fly now! They fly now! They fly now!
Oh, it's too quippy. It sounds like Marvel dialogue. Okay, yeah, whatever. Let's talk about this for a second, though. Compare this chase scene to a chase scene from this movie. Our heroes are going to be eaten by a giant monster. I wonder how they feel about this. Oh, they don't really care. These characters just can't be
collected Jedis.
Yes, you fucking idiot. What, you want them screaming like fucking kids on Roblox or something? Flat performances. Have you seen the sequel trilogy? The only good actors were Poe. Everyone else wasn't trying. Yeah. Straight up.
I fucking jizzed in his pants the 69th time Finn yelled.
Yeah.
He bothered to give a shit at all.
Relax.
Okay, yeah, man, I won't worry. Even when they're planning the final battle, they don't care.
Once we're inside, we shouldn't have a problem.
Bro, do you just want them like hopped up on like fucking sugar and shit, like running around like fucking maniacs? What the
He
fuck
wants
do
them
you
all
want,
to be
bro?
on like 60 grams of cocaine. And fucking is his name Panka or Panaka? I forget. Panaka. Yeah, he lost his shit at Qui-Gon Jinn when they said they were going to go into Mos Espa, right? Yeah. Like he was like, the Hutts were gangsters, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically, Cosmo just wants all the characters in the prequels just be hopped up on the sniff. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it won't be a problem. No use in me being emotionally invested. The movie has low stakes.
It's so pathetic.
They are emotionally invested in it. They just don't show it, bro. Ray, shut the fuck up!
They have masculine stoicism. I know Cosmonaut wouldn't understand that, but
yeah. Hang on, let me find a fucking picture of Cosmo in real life here. Hang on. Where the hell is his name? Where the hell is a picture of him here? Hold up.
Yeah,
get a picture of Birdman first, where he's going.
Hang on, I found him.
Picking scenes. There are scenes where they show emotion.
I found one, bro. Hang on. Look at this fucktard right here. Yeah, so this guy knows a thing or two about masculine stoicism right here.
Oh my goodness.
There should have been a scene where the whole council is caught with space cocaine.
You mean spice, right?
Yeah.
On 17,000 grams of ketamine I am on.
Good shit this is. Hey, yo! Anybody else feeling bugs crawling in their motherfucking skin?
Oh my god. Then fucking Kiadi Bundy's like, I haven't felt this way since the Acolyte, y'all. No, anyways, that would have been hilarious. Yes, it would have been.
What about the injections of heroin?
Oh, we gotta get back to shit here, folks. Anyways. Yeah, here we go. All right.
Low energy, and it really doesn't allow you to engage with it in the same level that you would with any other Star Wars movie. So yeah, personally, I'll take these corny, energetic performances over this shit any day of the fucking week. Oh. That's just me. So anyway, let's talk about the actual plot.
He's cherry picking shit. It's pissing me off so much.
I know, right? This is Cosmo's MO. He's the cherry picker in chief right here, bro.
You guys, I have never known the plot of this movie until now.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, how stupid were you?
Exactly.
Most of the times when I watch this movie, it's with friends where we just quote the awkward or funny moments until we get bored and turn it off halfway through. But as far as the plot goes,
that's probably why you wouldn't know the plot, is if you never watched the movie all the way
Yeah,
through.
you fucking idiot.
I'm only just now piecing it together after having watched this movie for 20 years. That is not a good sign. But hey, maybe it's just me.
Not a good sign for your brain. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
bro, it's not even like a super oblique movie. It's pretty damn clear cut, bro.
It's pretty quick. Here we go. All right, Trade Federation blockading Naboo because they want to tax the trade routes or whatnot. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan are sent by the Jedi Council because they're like, oh, we want to stop that. They're attacked by the Trade Federation because Darth Sidious basically tells them to. And then they have to like emergency escape down to Naboo. They find Jar Jar Binks. They go to the Gungan village. They're like, oh, we gotta get some help here. And then they go into Theed. They get Natalie Portman. They get Queen Amidala, and she's like, oh well, we got to get out of here. So they got to run the blockade. Oh my gosh, we made it. All right. Oh no, our ship it ain't in such good shape. We got to stop by Tatooine here. Oh, look, we ran into this sleigh boy. He seems pretty good with the Force. He's got to win this pod race because Qui-Gon's making a wager with Watto to get off this planet.
Right.
And then Darth Maul follows him there. He's the apprentice of the Sith Lord. All right, now we're going to go to Coruscant because we just barely escaped him. Oh, look, the Jedi Council. You shouldn't train him. I'm going to still train him. All right. They go back to Naboo. They get the Gungans to fight against the Trade Federation while the Naboo starfighters go and attack the ship in orbit, while the Jedi hold off Darth Maul. Qui-Gon Jinn gets stabbed and killed. And then, because that's what happens whenever you get stabbed by a lightsaber, up until retards took over. He's like, oh, still train Anakin. All right, cool. And then they have a big funeral for Qui-Gon, and they destroy the ship, and all the droids get deactivated. Anakin goes, yippee! Anyways.
Yeah.
And then peace, Boom.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated of a plot. That's like me doing more detail than I even needed to, but it's just very easy to run through.
Yeah, I swear I'm one more trash criticism away from cutting off the video. Say something else, pendejo. I dare you. Oh, no. Oh, no, Darth Angel, don't fucking rage quit on us now. I'll tell you what, Darth Angel, if you don't need to cut off the video, and you don't need to cut off Cosmo. We got some ladies who will take care of Cosmo for us.
Nah, I'm sorry, Backseater. She wears red and black.
Red!
Also.
That's red! Yeah. Anyways.
The
Right,
AI
maybe
took some examples from Harley Quinn is all I'm saying.
It is not. Sledge is not based off of Harley Quinn. She is not. Hang on, do I need to play the clip again? Evan, Darth Angel, Zapper. Does Sledge, the woman on the right, does she look a damn thing? Yeah, on the left. Yeah, does she look a damn thing like Harley? Look at her. She don't look a thing like
facial structure,
Kind
but
of
the
see
color
resemblance,
scheme kind of.
but I mean, without the face paint, she
Yeah,
looks like an average shopper at Hot Topic.
Well, okay, I'll take that, Evan. She's supposed to be a trucker, but I'll take that.
A
Oh
truck?
come on, Darth Angel, come on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Is Mika going to give him a happy ending? No. Come on,
no.
Jacob. Come on. Anyways.
I'm the dumbass who just doesn't get it. So I even asked you guys on Twitter if you knew the plot of this movie, and most of you didn't.
Oh
my
yeah.
God,
Yeah,
that's his
because
audience, 10,000 votes.
literally, yeah, and also, yeah, because this isn't biased at all, no.
Yeah, that's kind of a leading question. It's like implying that the plot is nonsensical to ask that question.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Darth Angel. The hair and hammer do not look the same at all. Anyways.
I actually expected most of you guys to lie or just check the wiki, but no, you guys were pretty honest.
Really?
Well,
Or did
obviously
you-
they could have checked the wiki. If they can't understand it for the movie, though, they're not going to understand reading a wiki either.
Yeah. Yes, Jacob, she don't sound a damn thing like her, yes. Anyway.
Once. And I don't think this is because the plot is overly complicated. I mean, it is, but that's not why we don't understand.
Yeah.
No. It's literally just going point A to point B, like...
Yes, Darth Angel, you're very, very blind. Get your eyes checked. Anyways.
Understand it. It's because the plot is not conveyed properly to the audience. For a movie that's mostly just our characters telling us what they're going to do and then doing that thing with no diverging paths, this movie is really bad at conveying what the story is. The story is presented to us in a way where we cannot understand it unless we can read the minds of the characters. In this movie, information is conveyed in a very strange and vague way. Take, for example, the scene where Anakin is being interviewed by the Jedi Council. They ask him some random questions, and then they say, sorry, he's evil. We cannot train
It's not
him.
random
They say
questions. They're asking you about his emotions and shit.
Yeah.
they sense fear in Anakin, and that is the main reason why he's not to be trained. So you're telling me you expect the kid to just not be scared at all?
Yes, Melissa, he's retarded. The plot is very easy to understand, yes.
Yes, they expect him to not be scared at all because number one, they don't expect kids his age. Number two, if they do, they're going to expect him to act like in an acceptable way for them.
Right. Anyways, keep going here.
Wouldn't it make more sense to train someone to be less fearful than to just expect them to have the emotions of a Jedi once they get here? They know he's strong in the Force, but they still tell Qui-Gon that he can't train him. But what's the alternative? Just send him back home and hope he doesn't harness his inherent Force powers?
Yes.
And Qui-Gon just says, oh, I'm just going to train him anyway. You're just allowed to do that? You can just do whatever you want? If you can do that, then why does anybody ask for permission?
The boy is dangerous.
Okay, but why? Literally, just tell us why. Somebody, please.
Well, we kind of see why in the subsequent movies, but you probably don't know the plot of those either.
Yeah.
He's already formed too many emotional attachments, and he's already in too much of an emotional state. That's why they didn't want to train him whenever he was older, because now he's got a bunch of power with a bunch of emotions, and he's got a bunch of attachments that he's going to use that power to fight for.
Right.
It's going to result in some bad shit. You're going to have a bad time.
Yeah. I sense that this fucktard has seen the prequels only once in his life. He hasn't even finished the damn movies, Darth Angel.
For 20 years, we just don't clown on it. This sounds like the most boring friend group ever. Clown on a movie, like, holy shit, at least watch the whole thing. Like, what do you do then? Do you just, like, turn on something else? Like, I get, like, having I'll watch Friday the 13th movies and fucking clown on them, but it's like, I watch them all the way through and I still enjoy them on a base level, even if I know that they're not good.
Right. I've seen a lot of Cosmonauts videos over the years, and he's always been like this fucking stupid. Yeah. Are you fucking serious? Nope, he legit admitted it. He doesn't finish the movies when he starts them. The prequels have more emotions than this fucker. Yeah, pretty much, Jacob. Yeah.
Tell me something. Please, sir, may I have some movie? Even when you look at the finer details of the
apparently
movie.
it's too much movie for you already.
Yeah.
This is like a guy who fucking goes off early and then he's like, oh, it's because she wasn't hot enough. It's like, that doesn't make any sense, buddy.
Yeah.
There's shit that just doesn't make any sense. For instance, why would you bring Anakin to a war zone? Qui-Gon already has an apprentice, and now he just grabbed another one and brought him along to the
high
war.
midichlorian count. You obviously weren't listening at all.
Yes.
Or
Anakin, stay where you are. You'll be safe there.
But I...
Stay in that cockpit.
Anakin, shut the fuck up.
But Rick,
my boss.
Also, why would you go down to Naboo in separate ships? It's kind of a throwaway line, and it ends up not mattering in the long run, but from a logistical standpoint, it doesn't make any sense.
Because if they're together and they're both captured, then they're both fucked. But if only one of them gets captured, then one of them has the ability to rescue the other, pretty much.
Yeah, or at least one of them will make it down to warn Naboo.
Right, yeah.
You guys could just go on the same ship. You're really fucking lucky they park next to
You
each
ever hear
other.
putting all your eggs in one basket, dumbass?
Mm-hmm.
Palpatine want to accomplish with this fucking trade blockade?
He gets to manipulate the Trade Federation into being his bitches because, like, he can basically give them what they want so long as they service him, basically.
This is his most
He also
roundabout.
creates the crisis that makes the vote of no confidence that gets him into the chancellorship.
Right.
It's like pretty obvious once you know who Palpatine is.
Yeah. I hate you! Yeah, pretty much Darth Angel, yeah.
Oh man, Darth Angel hates me.
And complicated plot ever, and he's already known for those. He has no problem with killing the Jedi in the beginning, but he's just gonna try and convince Padme politely to accept his terms. He doesn't have any problem trying to kill her in the later movies. I don't understand this man. What does he even want? I always found it strange that Palpatine's ultimate goal is to just...
Sorry, John, what?
It's different situations entirely. Of course
Right.
he's not like... Yeah, he doesn't want to kill her because he wants her to sign the treaty so then they aren't like stuck in like a guerrilla warfare with Naboo forever. Like they get what they want, they get their fucking money. But like later on, Naboo isn't so important when you have a galaxy-wide conflict and she's already like cost him a shit ton, so it's a little bit out of spite too. Where
Right.
he's just like, fuck it, I just want the bitch dead.
The gorilla straight motherfucking killer's in the mist! But anyways.
his terms. He doesn't have any problem trying to kill her in the later movies. I don't understand this man. What does he even want? I always
What
found
could
it
have
strange that
possibly changed in 10 years? This guy wants different things now.
Palpatine's ultimate goal is to just be president and rule everything. It seems like a really simple-minded goal for someone who's supposedly so wise and
And to
attuned
wipe
to
out
the
the
Force.
Jedi and rule with the dark side.
Right, yeah.
What else is he
Becoming
going to want to
emperor.
do than rule the galaxy? Like, come on.
I don't know, because I am too dumb.
Normally, I don't really care if a villain's motivations are simplistic, especially in Star Wars. But this is a movie that's
Why
trying to
especially
be
in
more
Star Wars?
Yeah, why, Cosmo? Why?
complex than the previous films. and it's just not very good at it. The entire plot of all three of these movies revolve around Palpatine's schemes, and his schemes never make any sense. There's also this thing with the prequels where you can sometimes take a single line and try to analyze it, and it just doesn't make any sense from a simple writing perspective. I'm serious. This is in every single one of these movies.
But like,
Oh my god. Why do people take this man seriously? I swear to God.
A communications disruption can mean only one thing: invasion.
No, it doesn't. You're telling me that if your communications get messed up, the only reason is that you're being attacked?
You've made a commitment to the Jedi Order. A commitment not...
If the communication, like, is super secure and, like...
Yeah, it'll be an awful big coincidence if the giant invasion force that's like stationed outside, and then all of a sudden you lose communications for the first time in forever. It's like, what could this possibly mean? Like, it's a little bit of an awkwardly worded line, but like you totally get like where he's coming from when you hear it in context.
Right.
Easily broken.
Not easily broken? You mean not easily maintained. The oath itself is very easily broken.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
But Obi-Wan, that in itself is an absolute statement. George is not good at writing dialogue.
No,
it would be very
yeah.
funny if it wasn't so sad. And I should now probably mention the one thing people say is the biggest problem with this movie: Jar Jar. Honestly, all of the other issues in this movie are actually worse than Jar Jar. Lifeless performances, bad dialogue, a convoluted plot, and an overall lack of direction are all things that I hate way more than one dumb character. And if we're being real, while he's annoying, his role in the story actually makes more sense than Anakin's. The worst thing about Jar Jar is that you literally cannot understand what he's saying. I watched this movie with subtitles for the first time, and I only now, 20 years later, have understood what the fuck Jar Jar has
I think
been.
you just like don't pay very much attention to the movies or something.
Yeah, straight up.
I don't know. He's like Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but like whenever they're writing a movie one time, or I think they're doing a play or something, and he keeps throwing in lines like continually recapping the plot, and he's like, yeah, I mean, that's the problem with movies. Like, you go there and nobody knows what's going on, and everybody just stares at him. They're like, what are you talking about? Everybody knows. And he's just like, oh yeah, they're doing like a Lethal Weapon or something, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go check out that water distribution plant. He's like, yeah, because we got that lead that told us that might be where the problem is. He just keeps like recapping very basic.
Oh my god. Dude, fucking Kino recently like said something like that in one of his recent videos here. Hang on here. Let me see if I can find it.
That would be Cosmo's like favorite movie writer is just Mac from Always Sunny. Like, unironically, he would just want everything recapped like 4 times for him. He's like, oh, thank you. Now I understand this movie. It was so complicated before.
Right, let me see here. All right, so I'm looking through the video here, trying to find it. Okay, so for those who don't know, so Kino is reacting to this guy named Colin. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but Colin is a YouTuber with like really bad takes, right? So I know, right? So hang on. So I'm getting it up right here. All right. And there we go. Hang on before we get into it here. So, see here. Darth Angel says, something tells me this guy thinks seasons 1 through 3 of CW's The Flash was peak fiction. Spoilers, it isn't. Yeah, pretty much. I may be the only one, but I found Jar Jar funny. I mean, he's all right. I just don't care for him myself. But anyways, guys, here we go. Here's Colin's take. So Colin's defending AI right here. And this is so bad that even a pro AI guy like me can't agree with him on this shit here. Listen to this take here.
Colin, we know that AI can make good-looking things. What's your point? Well, I'm glad you asked, because my point with all this, for those of you that don't know, or really don't, like, haven't stepped foot in any kind of creative medium, whether it be drawing, writing, game development, video editing, any kind of thing like that. In the medium of art in general, there is a lot of tedious things that nobody wants to do. Even if they have the skills to do it, it's just tedious and it's very just, something you don't really want to do. That's why a lot of people who draw and like artists use 3D models to help them draw bodies, because nobody really wants to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to draw a circle here, we're going to draw a rectangle, we're going to form this body. Like, nobody wants to do that.
See, this sort of attitude is the exact reason why Colin is getting labeled anti-art. Not even for the pro-AI stance, just an overall lack of respect for the process for how art is created. People like Colin are the reason why we're seeing this dumbing down of
Yeah. And basically, so right here, so the Hollywood Reporter, Matt Damon says Netflix wants plot reiterated 3 or 4 times in the dialogue for phone distracted viewers.
I've heard this, that they basically account for like second screen like viewers, and that's why like especially like Stranger Things, you'll notice that they do it a shit ton where they tell you it's kind of like what I'm told to do in sales, which is where you tell someone what's going to happen, and then the thing happens, and then you tell them what happened. Yeah, and that's for like customers that are entirely new to something. It's not something as well conveyed as a movie where you're supposed to like reiterate things so that everything is completely clear to them.
Right.
But you don't need to do it in a movie. That just makes redundancy.
Yeah. It's going to really start to infringe on how we're telling these stories, the Rip Star recently told Joe Rogan. Yeah.
and lowering of standards in our entertainment because people like him demand instant gratification at the expense of everything else. Encouraging unnecessary shortcuts comes at the cost of direct skill. Quality art doesn't simply come from the tools at an artist's disposal. It's how they use it. And if you're going to use tools like AI, there should be this expectation that you know how to create the real thing before relying on it.
It's a lot.
But yeah, that's basically, yeah, I just wanted to highlight that one little article Kino pulled up right there, yeah. As someone with ADHD, this isn't the representation I want. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god. Anyways.
Saying.
Miss a day starting pretty okay day with the brisky morning munchin', then boom! Boom!
Ah!
Then boom! Brett Favre! Oh wait, that's John Madden.
Oh my god, we need like a fucking cut of the of fucking Phantom Menace, but it's fucking John Madden as fucking Jar Jar. I'd pay to see that. Know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Mom,
Qui-Gon, boom! Hey, come on, you gotta get that big fish, and then you got another big fish over here, and then he goes boom right in the mouth of the other one right there. Boom,
boom. I'd pay to watch.
Who would have been able to throw that lightsaber right in Darth Maul's skull as Brett Favre?
Imagine a scene where Jar Jar smokes a space joint.
Oh, this can be that good shit. Okay.
Oh my god, let Jabba join Jar Jar. Oh my god. John, if fucking John Madden is Jar Jar, who is fucking Herm Edwards? Know what I'm saying? Who's out there saying you have to play the game? Who's he?
I guess maybe like Chancellor Valorum, because he's like the pissed off loser leader. He's like, you've got to block the blockade. Hello, you've got to block the blockade.
I have no fucking clue what you just said, but hell yeah, man, I'm gonna speak my truth.
But despite this, they actually need Jar Jar around for most of the movie. I really hate admitting it, but he's so integral to this dumb-ass story that you kind of need him here more than you need the other characters. However, it doesn't make any sense that you bring him into Mos Eisley with Qui-Gon and not Obi-Wan Kenobi, one of the main characters. Actually, I take that back. I can't even say he's a main character in this movie. It is truly baffling to me how small Obi-Wan's role is in this movie. I think the only reason people are moved by Qui-Gon's death is because Qui-Gon gets way more screen time. He's closest to being the main character.
Well, he is the main
how much
character.
Characterization Obi-Wan has in episodes 2 and 3. In episode 2 and 3, you find out that he doesn't really like flying that much. That's kind of a cute character trait. I wish he had traits in this movie. The only
Yes.
character with traits in this movie is, again, Jar Jar. So yeah, while Jar Jar is really awkward...
Bro, just because Jar Jar's is not stoic like most of the other characters doesn't mean he's the only character with personality. Like, bro, can we just knock it off with this fucking idea that stoic characters don't have a personality? Like, come on. Also, John, why does your John Madden voice sound like Tom Holman?
No, Tom Holman is a lot more nasally and kind of like, all right, he's kind of like Mr. Plinkett. He's sort of like, all right, you know, President Trump, he asked me to report all the Gungans, and I'm going to do it because the Gungans do not belong in Thee. They're inferior culture, and they're going to go back to the swamp where they belong. We're going to deport as many Gungans as enter Thee because they don't belong among our people. We're not going to have them, okay?
Mace Windu'd probably be Herm Edwards, yeah.
Hello, you play to win the council.
Gee, it's almost as if Qui-Gon's a main character along with Anakin. Exactly, Darth Angel, exactly.
And a fucking stupid addition to the movie. He's the only thing in the movie that feels real. Whenever I watch this movie and he shouts this line, I seriously wake up from the coma that this movie put me in. If he wasn't in the movie, I legitimately think the movie would be worse. Think about it. It would just be these dry humans delivering boring dialogue. It would be so boring that I don't think I'd be able to sit through it. Honestly, in order to fix this movie, you would need to reformat the...
Cosmonaut's pretty boring, so I got a funny little bit about John Madden here that'll break up his monotony.
Here we go. John Madden dunks on Troy Aikman for trying to grow a beard.
Fat Troy Aikman's trying to grow a beard, and he just can't do it. I mean, I'm looking as close as I can, and I can't see any beard. I mean, he got a little in there and a little up there. He doesn't have anything here at all. Like if you've been working out and that's all you get, and the going gets tough. If it's that tough, just quit. And you know.
One of his best bits. It's so funny in the full clip too. I didn't want to get any copyright, but they're playing the fucking game and the other announcer's like, well, you can't quit. And he's just like, yes, you can.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that, Jake. Imagine John Madden talking about Pedro Pascal facial hair. Oh my god.
He's like, now this guy's licking a weird dildo. I don't know why he's doing it, but you can see right here he looks pretty gay, and all around here he looks pretty gay. I'm pretty sure he's gay.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dying. Just say, hey, George Lucas's Star Wars and fucking move on, bro. Exactly,
I'm not going to say that. Why would I say that, Darth Angel?
Oh my god. I know it wasn't that funny, but to me it really was. Oh, we gotta keep going.
Entire plot. Everything is broken. Most people agree that the biggest problem here is that you can just delete this whole movie from the trilogy and it changes nothing.
That is completely false right there, bro.
A lot of Star Wars viewing guides actually recommend that you just don't watch this movie.
Yeah, they're written by morons.
I'm sorry. How, like, Anakin is just his apprentice like, literally, Anakin's whole origin factors into the plot of episode 2, so how can you... And then, like, his subsequent turn to the dark side, like, how can you possibly skip that?
Right. Anyways, hang on. So Darth Angel says, no, that's wrong! I gotta get that clip sometime, yeah. Anyways.
Just get one of the Yu-Gi-Oh clips whenever Kaiba asks like an obvious question. Somebody tells him something he doesn't want to hear and he just goes, you lie!
Yeah.
He's like, Kaiba, you just asked the question. Why'd you ask it if you're just going to reject the answer right away?
Right.
The spin-off movies are equally useless in the grand scheme of things, but those movies are fun and a little experimental, so I don't really mind them. They don't really hurt anybody by...
Experimental how? It's just like fan service and like aura moments.
Mhm.
And Solo doesn't even do that.
Existing. This movie really hurts my feelings by existing. It just genuinely bothers me.
It hurts my feelings and it bothers me.
Oh my god. Like, Cosmonaut just admitted he's a little bitch right here, yeah. These idiots would rather watch Luke drinking green tit milk than the origins of Darth Vader. Exactly.
I shouldn't have Darth Vader as a kid, because if he's a kid, then he's stupid. I can't ever. He's not intimidating anymore because he was a kid one time. It's like, well, if you knew how basic biology worked, you would already know that he was a kid at some point before you ever saw that movie.
Whenever I watch it, there's no main character. The characters that are in this movie don't have any traits or.
Said earlier that Qui-Gon was the main character. You fucking idiot.
Personalities, and if you try to break this movie into a beginning, middle, and end, you would have trouble finding out where each part begins.
Not
Nothing in
really.
this
The
movie
beginning is before they leave Naboo the first time. I
Mhm.
would say the middle is from like Tatooine to Coruscant. I would say the end is the return to Naboo to the end of it.
Exactly, yeah.
It's actually
Works
pretty
at-
broken up by just like locations. It's actually very easy to tell you that.
Right.
all. This one is a really big disappointment, and if I was an adult when I watched this movie, I don't think I would even like Star Wars anymore. And the worst part is...
You were an adult when you watched it. You just said that you were an adult and watched it.
Still have 2 more movies to go. 3 out of 10. I hope it doesn't get any worse than this.
New Jimmy John Zero.
That looks pretty good. Well, that guy just ate it like a fucking retard, though. What the fuck? He ate one wall off the taco. It's all gonna spill out now. You
That
eat it from the
advertisement
end.
was more, that advertisement. This advertisement is more enlightening than the entire video that we just watched.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It's actually crazy though. Why would you ever eat a taco looking thing like that? It's all gonna spill out. You don't eat a wall off of it. Who filmed that? Who directed that commercial? They should never work in Hollywood again.
Dude, John, I don't know if you've ever seen The Office, but there was this one bitch. She's like from Britain and she's never heard of a taco, right? So she's holding the taco like this, right? And instead of just, taking a bite out of it, like, like this, she instead just, like, takes her finger, slides it through the tortilla shell all into her mouth, eats it all that way, and then she eats the taco shell.
Oh, see, I was going to make an excuse for her. I was going to be like, oh, she's trying to avoid the carbs, the taco, the tortilla. But nope.
Nope. Yeah, it was a gyro, John, you fake fan.
Whatever. That's just a taco with different ingredients.
These people want Ray Fake Walker than Goat Vader. Yes.
The point holds for a gyro because the same thing is going to happen. My point is, if you eat the wall off a folded thing, everything will fall the fuck out.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going. Shit.
Part is, we still have 2 more movies to go. 3 out of 10. I hope it doesn't get any worse than this. Star Wars Episode 2 is basically as bad as The Phantom Menace. I tried pretty hard to figure out which one of these movies is worse, and I'm having a really hard time figuring that out right now. But I think if you held a gun up to my head and made me answer, I'd probably say that this one is marginally better. The Phantom Menace is bad because it's boring and it doesn't really feel like a real movie, but technically once you figure out the story, it is sort of comprehensible. Then you compare this to Attack of the Clones, where structurally it feels like more of a real movie. The characters have traits, there's a few cute interactions, but nothing the characters do make any sense, and the story is absolute nonsense. But for what it's worth, this movie is way more entertaining to watch because it is just a hot mess. It's probably the worst plot in the entire Star Wars saga, to the point where I could spend this whole review just explaining the story and you would fully understand what I mean. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So the movie starts off and tells us this.
There is unrest in the Galactic Senate. Several thousand solar systems have declared their intentions to leave the Republic.
Okay, but joking aside, this is supposed to be the main driving force for the plot. These separatists don't want to be part of the Republic. but why not? Well, I hope you are prepared to die with that question in your mind, because this movie is not interested in telling us. Maybe go read one of the books or something. All right, so the rest of the crawl tells...
Oh, that's fucking rich coming from Cosmonaut, who, in one of his reviews for, like, I think it was like Rogue One or something, guess what he used to defend a plot point in that fucking movie?
A novelization?
A passage from the Tarkin novel by James Luceno, released in 2014. He literally used external media to excuse a plot point in a movie that way, bro.
People do that with The Last Jedi with its novelization all the time.
Yeah.
Say, oh, well, no, this made sense in the movie, but I mean, it's explained here. I'm like, then why didn't Rian Johnson put that in there if everybody has this question?
A novelization that got retconned by The Rise of Skywalker, no less.
Yeah. I bet you that he got mad when Anakin killed the Tusken Raiders. Yeah.
Okay, that one that I seriously despise this guy as well.
Seriously despise this guy. It's really easy to hate Cosmonaut, Darth Angel.
Okay, there's one thing that I will give him that I myself don't really understand. Why did Jango Fett use the Kaminoan saber dart on Zam Wesell instead of just shooting?
It was just the nearest weapon nearby. That is the worst Stephen Hawking voice I ever heard. Yeah, pretty much.
It's just that the Jedi are overwhelmed by the Separatists. But overwhelmed how? The Separatists aren't hurting anybody. There aren't any battle droid attacks at this.
Many?
Yeah. There's too many of them. They're gaining numbers fast, and so, it could probably break out into civil war at any point, which is exactly what happens at the end.
Oh, God damn, Natalie Portman, you hot. Anyways.
Damn.
When that other chick is looking at her like,
He's like, I wish I was that hot. Yeah. Anyway.
First thing the Jedi say in this movie is that Dooku and the Separatists aren't violent and they just have different political leanings. So why are the Jedi overwhelmed? Why do we need to create an army? What do you mean by civil unrest? Well, I hope you are prepared to die with these questions in your head, because this movie has no interest in telling you why any of these things are happening. But whatever, that shit doesn't matter. We just need Padme in the city so she can get blown up. So in this movie, Palpatine is trying to kill Padme. But why? Well, it's because Padme is here to vote against creating a military force for the Republic. And I guess Palpatine doesn't really want that because he has his own army and he wants to control it. But the assassination attempts just stop about a third of the way through the movie. I guess it's so that Anakin and her can hang out more. But then he still has Padme thrown into an arena to be eaten by Pokemon. So what's the plan here, buddy? Give me something consistent. Do you want her dead or not? Oh, don't worry, bro. It's all a part of Palpatine's plan. Can I just say that I fucking hate this way of writing? Oh, let's make it so our villain can predict the future. So then when anything happens that contradicts information we're given, we can just say, oh, it's fine. He knew it was going to happen. See? Oh, he killed the Jedi and took over the galaxy.
You're
all according to plan.
Disney's
But if you line it...
Right, yeah. Straight up. The Backseat Boys are objectifying the women. Yeah, straight up, Jacob. Hell yeah, brother.
It up piece by piece. It's the biggest fucking joke in the whole series. Here is Palpatine's entire timeline. First, he supports the Trade Federation so he can control space trade. However, the Jedi shut down the Federation, so he starts a new organization of planets that don't like the Republic. At the same time, he's building a secret army. So now he has two armies, an army of clones and an army of robots. Oh, but Padme is going to make things difficult, so he has to kill her. But he messes up and doesn't kill her. But that's okay. He actually wants Anakin to get close to her and fall in love, but then he tries to have her killed anyway right after that. You're really lucky that none of these Pokemon ate her, because then Anakin would just be a good guy forever, and your plan wouldn't work. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Padme doesn't matter. He unveils both armies at the same time, and he makes them fight each other secretly. And over the next few years, he orchestrates an entire war between two armies that he secretly funded so that people will democratically vote for him to be king of space, so that he can end the war that he started with his two secret armies. And then as king of space, he kills all the Jedi and gets rid of both armies. And then he rules for like 20-ish years.
Dumb fuck. It's called being the tactician genius, an evil mastermind. You would
Yeah.
understand that if you would pay attention to the first film. But
Yes,
no, it's too hard for your tiny brain to comprehend. You actual fucking retard.
He was too busy. He was too busy playing on his phone to properly watch the movie Darth Angel. Yeah.
Look, he was on his phone while playing video games. Wow.
while making a call over Skype, while cooking a meal, while doing the
masturbating.
while masturbating. Yeah.
You see, I'm the same way. I have ADHD. I'm always distracted on my phone when I'm watching something. But you know what I do when I'm watching something and distracted on my phone? I rewind a few seconds back to understand what happened, and I continue on. So
This is part of why I like to go to theaters. I find it a lot easier to concentrate in a world full of distractions.
Well, no, John, the fucking theater goers are fucking distractions. Anyways.
Nah, you tell them to throw them out if they get on their phone or some shit.
Anyways. Also, Cosmonaut, take it from a genuine dumb person. You are especially stupid. You are literally made of stupidium. Shame on you. You bring shame to your fellow stupid people. You're no good. You shame me. You shame your fellow stupid people. We do not accept you in us. Thank you. Good night.
Look now, instead of that running gag, you could just get the clip of George Takei. You are full of stupid.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it's you are made of stupid,
Damn it.
John, you
I don't
fake
even know because
man.
you don't have the clip. I don't even know where that's from. I just know he's dressed.
Command and Conquer, John. Come on.
Oh, really? Nah.
Yeah.
I only ever played Red Alert 2.
This was from Red Alert 3, but anyways.
I see.
Anyways, keep going.
I was
And
out
then
of
Anakin
PC
throws him
gaming by then.
in a hole and he dies. There are so many holes in that plan that I don't even have time to break it all down. It would take an entire video.
Convenient for you.
Yeah, he's chickening out. Go ahead, Cosmo, make a video, yeah. Just play the same clips over and over again. Yeah, sure, Jacob, why not?
Yes. And then make Eric watch your video, and then he'll be like, ah!
Here we go. I'll do them all. Here we go, Jacob. I'll play all my clips.
Yo, homeboy! Welcome to the hood, brother! Oh my god, who the hell cares?
No, I don't really feel like it.
You think you know me?
Oh my god, who the Yo, homeboy!
Birdman.
Oh my god! Yo, homeboy!
There, Jacob, there you go. That's your fill for today. Anyways.
Now I'm just picturing an Avengers of like Peter Griffin, Hulk Hogan, Obama.
SpongeBob, yeah.
And they have to face off against the Tard Avengers. And Eric DeBunks instantly dies whenever that battle starts because one of them calls him a retard, and he's just like, Arsler!
Oh my god, Evan needs to make that shit on his channel.
Yeah, Evan, make a full animated film, please.
Yeah, please, Evan. Anyways.
Oh, it would
To disintegrate his body, just call him a faggot.
Yeah,
better for the story if you told me he couldn't predict the fucking future, because this plan reads like it's made by someone who can't. So anyway, Obi-Wan and Anakin go to protect Padme, and I love how the first person to talk in this scene is Jar Jar.
Also, what is this fucking jazz music he's playing in the background? What is this shit?
I also love how he...
Man, play some goddamn Sonic music in the background for fuck's sake.
Oh, it's Sonic music? Is that what it is?
No, I'm just saying he should, because it'll be 10 times better.
No.
He literally stops, looks at
he
the
can
camera,
play Team Fortress 2 music.
Oh.
and smiles, as if to say, that's
Or
right,
any video
fuckers.
game.
Also, is he still going on about Jar Jar?
Yes!
Not going anywhere.
And
And
also
also like the
episode 2 Jar Jar criticism, Evan.
Yeah.
By the way, Evan, you need to make a full animated film based on all the people in Backseaters clips versus the Tard Vengers.
The Derp Vengers.
Yeah.
Eric debunks Return to the Pink Hulk, if you call it that. No, hang on. Who is Eric in the Derp Vengers clip again here? He's Hawkeye in that clip there. He'd probably just commit like seppuku and like fire the arrow at himself, basically.
It's actually pretty tough to do. It's easier to do with a crossbow, but that ain't Hawkeye's pick. That's Huntress's thing.
Yeah.
Just hide the pink kryptonite from him.
Yeah.
Huntress, I wonder if Green Arrow ever calls out Huntress. He's just like, you're like a really lazy version of me, you know.
Like, you talking about fake Helena, not Helena Wayne, fake Helena?
Oh shit!
I don't know, whichever one was in the Justice League cartoon. I just know that she used the crossbow.
Yeah.
I know Helena. Helena Wayne is Huntress.
Huntress uses the dual wielding crossbows.
Helena Bernelli. Yeah. Anyways.
Now have more scenes of characters actually having heart-to-heart conversations. They're all awful because they're written in the most unnatural way. For the most part, this movie has some pretty good actors, and they have no way to make this awful dialogue sound natural.
I don't know why I keep dreaming about her.
It's because Anakin is a teenager who is in love with Padme.
Tonight, in your spacious La Quinta suite, your eyes could use a break. After a long day of seeing,
we're only like halfway through this video, and so far it's just every boilerplate criticism of the prequel trilogy so far. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't inherit this. You built it. Every late night, every
shit, we lost Zaffer.
With Relay.
Anyways,
See
Zaffer died of Zaffer died of cringe.
I got some
dreams past.
Yeah.
In time. I'd much rather dream about Padme.
What the fuck? So Padme, the woman who just had an assassination attempt less than a day
have you ever been
ago.
around a teenager cosmonaut? They actually are that way whenever they start getting horny. They're like, they never want to talk about nothing else. It's like,
I mean, if you were to read any John Green novel ever, all of them talk exactly the way Anakin and Padme talk.
John Green, yeah.
Remember that guy?
Oh my god!
Apparently, that won the hearts of every teenage girl, and yet teachers force us to watch him and his brother Hank attempt to teach us stuff.
Wait, what is this from? Is this a novel or?
He doesn't know. Evan, tell him.
You know about the Vlog brothers.
The Who brothers?
Exactly.
Okay, the Vlog brothers. John Green and his brother Hank Green. John Green is the most famous of the two because he's a publisher.
No, they're not a wrestling team, John. They're literal YouTubers. That's in the name. Vlog Brothers.
Oh, cool.
These.
Yes, and John Green, he was the guy that wrote The Fault in Our Stars. Turtles All the Way Down. What was that other one? Where
I'm Another Depressing Teen Movie.
Yeah, Another Depressing Teen Movie. That one.
Dude, what the fuck is up with this?
Stars is about some bitch dying or something, right? It's like is that the one with Shailene Woodley?
Yes, the one with Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, she's like dying of cancer, and the guy falls in love with her, and he's like, "Let me bang your hippie ass before you die."
That guy also has cancer himself. He literally has one leg, and he ends up dying at the end of the movie.
My leg. What is up with this fucking profile?
I don't know. The one dude, it looks like one's like a sub to the other. He's like, I'm gonna leave on your shoulder.
What is that other one with the Enchantress actor in it? I'm forgetting its name. It's blanking out on me.
Cara Delevingne.
Oh.
Yeah, Cara Delevingne. Like, what was that fucking movie?
Something safety.
Paper Towns. That's what it was called.
Oh, I remember that. I remember seeing the commercial.
Yeah, pretty much one with Tara gaslights Nate Wolf the entire time.
Also, what is up with this man right here? Why is he telling Hank Green what he eats?
Because he's very buff.
Buff Daddy! Unleash the stuff! Oh, fuck it, we gotta keep going.
Room alone with giant.
At this point, I think this qualifies the Vlog Brothers to be new rogues in the Backseat Boys gallery.
Oh, jeez. Unless they say, like, some really retarded shit about Star Wars or whatever the hell, then no, they're not in it.
So obviously under these...
Wait, hang on, Evan. Fucking Ant does a lot of charities. Have they ever done a charity live stream with Ant?
I don't think they have, to my knowledge.
Okay. Until they do, they're not on my shit list. But anyways,
circumstances, she's basically begging to be assassinated. And the following scene is probably the funniest shit in the whole movie.
Begging to be. This sounds like some victim blaming, my friend.
Very sus, Cosmo.
This little probe droid sends in little poison bugs to kill Padme, but our heroes catch it right in the nick of time. And then Obi-Wan fucking jumps out the window.
Yeah.
What is his plan? What's his end game here?
Trying
And why
to follow a lead, and also they don't know that somebody is attached to the probe droid until it gets within like visual sight.
Right.
is he the one who jumped out the window? Anakin just got done.
Anakin was seeing to Padme and making sure she was all right. It actually makes complete sense based on their characters. Obi-Wan is focused on the mission, whereas Anakin is letting his emotions interfere.
Right, yeah.
Talking about how much he loves Padme and how he's obsessed with her. So I'd almost accept this if Anakin was the one who jumped out the window.
If he jumped away from Padme after her life was just in danger and went after some random probe droid. Not a random one, but you understand. It's like getting out of sight of Padme is not Anakin's priority right then.
Right.
He was probably trying to pull some cringe, like, I'm trying to be subtle, flirting with you thing, where he was like, "Oh, Padme, are you okay? That was pretty sweet how I sliced those bugs, huh?"
Also, guys, check out this meme fucking Raven uploaded to the Discord.
What the fuck? He's not talking about Iran.
Evan, you gotta send this to Tara Strong. Oh my god.
Also send it to the Falcon's Nest and see what they think about it.
Do it. No, anyways, keep going here, folks.
Supposed to be the brash, headstrong apprentice who acts without thinking. But then the worst part is that later, Obi-Wan gets mad at Anakin for doing the same thing. He has no right to get upset when Anakin jumps out of the fucking car. He's like, "Oh, my apprentice is so headstrong and stupid, and he acts without thinking." Bro, 2 minutes ago, you jumped out the window.
Why do you have such a problem with this?
I don't know.
It's clearly like a good decision. I mean, he ended up helping to track them down because of it.
He's grasping at straws.
Obad, you are lucky to be alive.
Patience. Use the Force. Think.
So anyway, they catch the assassin and they find out that she is a shapeshifter. Now, this is just screenwriting 101. But why is she a shapeshifter? What?
Because why not?
Bounty hunter game.
Because why not?
Does this actually bring to the
her species? Are you stupid fuck?
Plot of this story? Does she at any point shapeshift in this movie to affect the story?
Yes.
Nope. Even when they're looking for her in the bar, this would be a great opportunity to have her turn into something else to avoid being found. But no, she doesn't do it. Why did George make her a shapeshifter? The characters bring it up in a way that shows that it might be significant.
And I think she's a changeling.
In that case, be extra careful.
But if you go back into this movie and you pretend that she's just a regular person, it doesn't change anything. These are just the basic rules of
she had a sex change at some point.
Writing a story. Now, this scene is funny to me because if you take it and try to figure out exactly what's happening and why it's happening, it becomes hilarious. So I'm gonna have everybody try to follow along with me real quick. So Palpatine needs Padme dead, but he doesn't want to do it himself. So he asks Count Dooku to go kill Padme, but Count Dooku doesn't want to do it himself. So Count Dooku asks Jango Fett to go kill Padme, but Jango Fett doesn't want to do it himself. So he asks his shapeshifter friend to go kill Padme, but the shapeshifter sends a robot to go kill Padme. And if you really want to be an asshole and get even more granular, the droid says, "I'll send these little bugs to go kill Padme."
At least you admit you're an asshole.
It's called delegation of labor, dumbass. Have you not heard of it?
Sends a man who sends a man who sends a shapeshifter who sends a robot who sends bugs to go kill Padme. And what's even funnier is that after they chase the robot and the shapeshifter, Jango has a chance to go kill Padme. But instead, he goes out of his way to assassinate the person he hired to assassinate Padme.
Well, she was
about the
about
right amount. That's why.
Yeah,
Probably
exactly.
locked down after that assassination attempt.
She's about to snitch. Yeah, he's afraid of snitches.
Yeah, and Padme probably after the worms went after Anakin was probably like, "Yo, get in the safe room, bitch," and she was like, "All right, locking it down, panic room."
Secretly genius, these prequels are. Many original ideas these movies have.
The prequels, while suffering from flaws, were most definitely Star Wars stories.
So Obi-Wan manages to track
me.
Yeah, that girl needs that. Hang on. Here's the clip I forgot. Yeah, hang on. Here's the clip I forgot to play earlier.
I want to take a moment to tell you all that it's important to take your daily dose of Ritalin.
There you go.
down the assassin, and he finds him on a planet called Camino, a planet where they are growing clone soldiers. And what is truly strange to me is that wise Jedi Master Obi-Wan goes to this planet where he literally sees the clones being grown and trained, and he learns that Jango Fett is the man that the clones are based on. Jango Fett lives in this facility. He also learns that Count Dooku hired Jango Fett, and he later finds out that Count Dooku and Jango Fett are evil. And yet never at any point does he figure out that Dooku and the clones are connected in any way. Obi-Wan Kenobi is given all of the information to figure out that the clones were paid for by the bad guys. And yet it doesn't matter because
Well, there's nothing to link Dooku to the clones at this point in the story yet, bro.
Yes, he just forgot. If Obi-Wan just remembered that...
No, it's not that he forgot. It's that there's genuinely nothing in the story at this point that links them together, like, conclusively, you idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this guy just wants the fucking movie just fucking explained to him like it's a fucking lesson or some shit.
Dooku and the clones are connected, he probably could have stopped the whole war. He could have saved the galaxy. It's such a small thing that would have changed the entire course of the Star Wars saga.
He wants a TED Talk, not a film.
And it's just based around Obi-Wan forgetting a crucial piece of information.
He didn't forget anything! There was nothing there, motherfucker!
That's the A plot, and it's dumb as fuck. But meanwhile, we have the B plot, and it's just as bad, because George Lucas does not understand romance. In this movie, we get to watch Padme and Anakin flirt and go on dates. And this wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't so painfully written. Half of the shit they say to each other is pretty cringe, bro.
How many times do we have to say that Anakin is an awkward teen and Padme has never had a boyfriend before in her life?
All the times, Darth Angel. We have to say it all the times.
I'm done with this shit, man.
And smooth.
Oh! Now, I wouldn't say that these two characters don't have any chemistry, because it's not really like that at all. I think that they could have made something work if they were better directed and if they had a better script. I mean, look at the scene where Anakin talks about how he just murdered a village full of people. This is how you can tell it's the director's fault, not the actors.
Can't insult the on-screen talent, can only insult the guy who's already effectively out of Hollywood.
The same people who killed his mother, by the way.
Right. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm about checked out of this. Are you guys checked out of this? Because, I mean, again, it's just every boilerplate criticism of the prequels we've ever heard.
I'm done with
pretty
this
much.
shit, man.
Oh.
Done with this
What is
bullshit.
that singing?
Evan, are you singing in the shower? What?
Sorry, that's my sister. She can't sing for shit.
Oh, snap.
Darth Angel taking a shot at his sister.
Sister Angel gonna get hashtag ass mad now. Yeah, I'm about done with. I'm about done with this video, guys. There's just nothing here. So, final thoughts, John.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much nailed it. It's just like kind of boring criticisms. I think he just like lacks the ability to understand a very basic movie plot.
Yeah,
very easy to follow, made for kids, literally. And
you look. I'm gonna take a page out of Ant's book, and I'm gonna say it, Cosmo. You literally lack media literacy. You genuinely do. If you cannot understand these movies, it's sad but true. Okay, Holy fucking shit. You have to be one stupid ass motherfucker if you have to get me to agree with Ant on something. Evan, final thoughts on this video?
Oh no, Evan died.
Oh no, Evan died of cringe. Fuck. Darth Angel, final thoughts on this video before we close out the stream?
He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? How could you be so cruel to the guy? How rude.
Kiss my ass. I don't give a
anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, stop it, subscribe for more videos like this. We'll see you guys next time in the backseat. Take care.